All right, good evening, everybody. It's so good to be back, and I want to welcome you to today's special virtual meeting or the virtual event. And it's good to be back in my little study here after 41 days of being in Africa. I mean, I had such an amazing experience in all the cities that we touched in Africa. And we did Ibadan, we did Uyo in Nigeria, we did Port Harcourt, we did Lagos, and we ended it up in Accra, Ghana. Five major cities. It was an incredible experience. I don't want to dwell too much on that. I think we'll do all of that at the family meeting. So if you are a traffic archer here, please don't miss the family meeting tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. That's 12 a.m. Monday in Dubai. All right, thank you all for joining. So today, normally I was supposed to. Casey, don't worry. I usually don't record prospect meet in virtual events and stuff. So probably if you want to catch the replay, it's going to be on YouTube. So I'm currently live on YouTube, and I'm not able to use my real camera today. So I'm using a very low quality one, and it's affecting my confidence. But don't worry, we'll deliver. We'll teach and talk. All right, today we want to talk about money. All right, money. In whatever currency or whatever form that you understand it from. So the next few minutes that I'm going to spend on this special presentation is going to be about money. And money is very important. Almost everything we do in our lives, all right, almost everything we do in our lives or with our lives are based on money. Someone said my voice is not loud enough. Please, if my voice is loud enough, give me 555 if you can hear me very clearly. I think I need to stop the share. If you can hear me very clearly, just give me 555. Thank you very much. So most likely it's asked to be your device. Mute volume. So I think I'm I think I'm loud enough. From the feedback I get right here is loud enough. So let's just continue. And hopefully it is better. Oh, you say it's better now. So I guess it was the share system sound thingy that affected it. All right, thank you, Fortune. So I think he's able to hear me better as well. All right, thank you, those of you who are on YouTube. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Let me put this around my face. Okay, so this is Money Talk with Sam Harvard. This is the first presentation I'm going to be doing since I got back this morning, and it's good to be back home after a long time. The video is blur. Just manage it. Listen to my voice today, not my video. Please, I'll do something about my camera. The I think the people who handled it in Ghana most likely there's this thing that connects with the tripod. So they removed it. So the tripod is there empty. I can't mount the camera on it. And you would have seen a beautiful picture. Those of you who are watching for the first time or you're a guest. But it's fine. Most likely we'll get that ready before family meeting tomorrow. All right. So I want to talk about money. And like I said, money is a very important part of our lives. It determines everything we do and how we do those things as well. Money determines the whole thing. And if they have disrespected you before or you have ever been embarrassed because of money, all right, I want you to know that there is hope for you. The people who embarrassed you are going to um, they're going to sing your praises very soon. All right. And things are going to be very much better for you. So let me start out by telling this interesting story about my family. And for somebody who is probably watching this or joining us live right here, either on Zoom or on YouTube, you probably have gone through or you're going through something similar where you face disgrace. All right. This is not the dimension of what I want to teach, but I believe this word is for somebody. Write this down. Learn to laugh at your challenges. Then your challenges cannot laugh at you. Learn to laugh at your challenges. Then your challenges cannot laugh at you. Every time something is happening to you that is unpleasant, that is embarrassing, that is money related, don't feel sad, but rather be smiling, laugh at it, and then it can't laugh at you. Several years ago, the landlord of our house, that's when I was staying with my dad. I think my dad was late at the time. So they came and threw our things out of the house because we could not afford to pay rent for several months or several years. So the rent was due and we couldn't pay, and we've been owing them for series of months. Sometimes we owe 2 years and we couldn't pay. And it was a very interesting day. In the presence of everybody, our things got thrown out. We had to move into an uncompleted building. It was habitable, but of course, it was not completed. So we moved into the uncompleted building. And all through the exercise, while that was happening, I was smiling. I was so excited that all those things were happening to us because I know that that situation of lack will not last. Because I was so clear and sure that our life, my family, would get to a point where rent, money will no longer be an issue. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I know it will happen. So I wasn't feeling bad. Yeah, it's embarrassing. But I was rather smiling at that situation. So if you are here and you're going through something that is embarrassing you because of money, learn to laugh at it. All right. And then that situation cannot laugh at you. Fast forward to a couple of years after that, I was living alone at this time and I was also owing rent. So I don't know what is with rent owing and my past. So I was also owing rent, and my landlady came on a Sunday evening. I will not forget that day because I just got small money to cook soup. I can cook, by the way. So I made this very lovely stew. It had fish. God, God, God. That soup is still paining me, but for the sake of this class, let me just continue. So I had made that soup. I just ate small rice with it. And I got a knock at my door. So I was wondering, I'm not expecting anybody. It was a self-contained house. Those of you probably from Nigeria. Okay, we call it studio here in Dubai. So I went to check who was at my door. It was my landlady. She was fuming. I have told you to pack out of my house. What are you doing here? And the woman, as if they sent her. She went into my kitchen, and the first thing she could was my pot of soup. That fish is still paining me. But I'm laughing at it now because levels has changed. So they threw my pot of soup out, and she got boys to come into the. I could not get load. All I had was mattress rug, and one standing fan. That is where I have cylinder and gas cooker, some pots and plates, and a few clothes. That was all I had. So they moved everything out and had to move into a goat house. So they have this gate man house, but because there's no gate man in the compound, they keep goats there. So goats used to shit inside that place. So that was where they kept my things that evening. And I was walking on the road. This was Osun State in Nigeria, Oshogbo precisely. Around 9 p.m., I did not know where I was going to sleep. All I had on me was 4,000 naira and it was new notes, 500 naira new notes. Very nice. So that was all I had on me. And my friend who had helped me to pack my things into the goat house, because I called him. So he rushed down, he packed with me, and I was like, let me come to your house and stay. Say, I just got married. You cannot come to my house. But you had 3 bedroom. I'll stay in one room. I'll put earpiece. So I'll not hear the sound of the fellowship. You know? He said, no, I cannot come to his house. So I stood there on the road, just walking like an homeless person. But ladies and gentlemen, guess what was happening to me? I was smiling. In the midst of it all, I was smiling. So somehow I had to go through that. Somebody just helped me to stay in one place that night, and the following day I found one uncompleted room, uncompleted building to go and put my things. There was no light, there was no water in that building, but I was living there. I was only going there to sleep. I was going to a cyber cafe to work as if I was a Yahoo boy during the day, and then in the night I'll go there just to sleep. So I would have charged my phone very well so that I'll use the lights. I mean, it was a crazy experience. And that same year, about 6 months later, um, I had become a millionaire, which means I had about 27 million cash in my GTB account. And of course, I remember my mom that they threw out of the house. I bought her a car, got her a new house. I had done all these things before I had 27 million left. Oh, please, it wasn't that the money that the balance after all of these was 27 million back then. And it's interesting to think that 27 million looked like a big money back then. Oh, God have mercy. All right. So that was my journey. So I'm starting this money talk today with this prophecy. Instruction number one: when you're going through money issues, please learn to smile. And that situation cannot smile at you. All right. So that's the first thing. Secondly, when you do not have enough money, you can be embarrassed. All right. So money is a critical part of our lives. I cannot overemphasize this. We all agree that there's so many things you'll be able to do when you have access to money. And that is really what we are talking about today. There are a few lessons, important lessons that I wish I could teach. I will see if my spirit allow me to be able to teach you guys today about money that is very important. These are things that I'm equally learning at my level today and wanting to go to a better, bigger level as much as possible. Number one thing that you need when we're talking about money that is very important that you need is a mindset of abundance. I taught this all through the 40 streams. The mindset of abundance. You have to believe that you deserve a lot of money. That's number one. And you have to know the things you want to use the money for. It's very important. You have to believe that you deserve a lot of money, and then you have to know the things you want to use the money for. This is the first thing. Okay? This is the first thing. That was what changed for me. All those years, I just said in 6 months, I was a millionaire. So, excuse me, most time people don't tell you the process of what happened between the time they were struggling and the time that things start to work for them. And that is why we have a lot of people who flaunt money and they turn to motivational speakers online. And after a while, you start to hear funny stories about them. all right, about the shady things they did, to get the money they were flaunting and all that. So the process is very important. It is not just the outcome. Admiring the outcome is great, but reduce that and work on the process. I used to teach that there is what we call output, which is what everybody desires, but the input is what creates the output. But most people don't pay attention to the input. What are the things that I did, for example, those years that transformed my finance in 6 months? Now, it took 6 months to accumulate a certain amount of money, but the process that created those amount of money did not happen in 6 months. I hope you are following me, ladies and gentlemen. It did not happen in 6 months. Some of you have run through the cycle required for you to live a life of abundance, but you have not been able to link to the reality of those activities you've been doing. You have been studying books, you have been attending seminars, you've done virtually almost every other thing that they ask you to do, but you are still broke because you've not been able to make that connection to make the things you believe, the things you have been working for to become your reality. So for me, the first thing that changed after struggling and being hardworking was my mindset. I believe that I deserve a lot of money. I was not afraid to make money. All right. So that was the first thing that changed about me. And the moment that changed, it defines the type of things that I was able to do. My approach to everything I was doing also changed. Okay. So I want you all to please pay attention to this. Your mindset of abundance is the first input that you need to have. All right. It's the first thing that you need to work on. You have to tell yourself, I believe I deserve this amount. You have to put an amount of money to start with, because here is what money does. It's how do I call it? Money works more like energy flow, like a magnetic field. All right. It attracts more of its kind if it is treated well. All right. It's easier for me to make, not even me, it's easier for anyone to make 10 million if you are already making 1 million. But it will be very difficult for you to make 100,000 if you are at zero. I want to pause and let you think about what I just said. It is easier to make 10 million if you already have 1 million, but it will be more difficult to make 100,000 if you are at zero, which means it is more difficult to move from nothing to something than it will be to move from something to more things. Okay. Okay. How many of you here, when you are broke, like no money, you put in a lot of effort to even make 10K, 2K, 100K, put in a lot of effort. But maybe when there's a lot of money in your hand, it comes more easily. Anybody else notice that? So money produces after its kind, it attracts more. All right. So a lot of people have that problem. And I think I also have it. I mean, there's an amount I can't afford to have. Moments my balances or physical money start to get to that place, I start to panic myself. Or it's like, hey, what's going on? Hey, why is account balance going low? So I want to let it go to a certain level so it's easier for me to attract more money. So, all right. Tonight, I'm not going to be dealing too deep into that. But the dimension that I want to take you is I just have this desire today to speak to people one on one as much as possible directly so that I could tackle or talk about your own situation or things that probably have held you down from accessing abundance, like from accessing money. Okay. So the first thing, like I said, was not hard work. Hard work has always been there for me. What changed first was my belief that I deserve a lot of money. All right. that I'm also meant to have all the good things that comes with life, all the good things that money can buy. I first started to believe that I deserve all those things. And the moment that belief system start to settle in me, my life became a magnet. And I started to magnet opportunities that made people pay me. All right. Today, I turn down payments for some things I do for people, not because I do not need those money, but because for something I would not necessarily want to charge for, people are willing to pay me for it. I don't know if somebody gets what I'm trying to say here. Some people are practicing, working hard, doing stuff to earn from a certain channel, but people offer to pay me for such channel, and I wasn't willing to accept the payment. The point I'm making is that your life will get to a level where people will throw money at you, literally. They will throw ideas that will bring you money at you, literally. You start to attract different things that will bring money to your pocket, literally. When you speak to a group of people to buy something from you, they will answer yes to you better than another person who is not at that your level of magnetism. So when your life becomes a magnet for money, it's easier for people to give you money. There is this lady who once told me about some of the things that I was teaching, exactly what I'm teaching you right now. I taught it to her, and then somebody she knew from nowhere, a white man, reached out to her, I think through Facebook or LinkedIn, social media. I can't remember which one exactly. And then, introduced himself. They chatted, and that's why you should be checking your DMs. So. And then the next thing the guy said, I just feel like giving you some things. What do you need? What type of phone do you want? What type of this and that? And the guy sent the latest iPhone. He sent, I think, an Apple laptop, a MacBook Pro, and then he sent money. I can't remember how much. I think $5,000 cash, $5,000, $10,000 cash. Put everything in a package and shipped it down to Nigeria for the lady. The guy is a white guy. I can't remember which country he sent it from. They have never met before. And the guy sent her all of those things. That is a certain level. I'm not saying that's what you should be desiring, or that some white men will now start to say, oh, yeah, send your ass that too and all that. But my point is, you can get to a level where you will attract more to yourselves than your colleagues, than any other person. All right. So it is very important that you settle this mindset matter. It's very, very important. Okay, so that was the first thing that changed about me. And moment that start to make me become attractive to opportunities that will bring money to me, everything else started to take care of themselves. Everything else started to take care of themselves. So that is the first place that I want all of you to start from. All right, so that is very important. So the second thing I want you to focus on about money is that money flows in the direction of transactions. Money flows in the direction of transaction. You have to give something to get something. That's a bold and big statement, and you can apply it in any way, forms, or shape that you want. But at the end of the day, it has to be a transaction. It must be an exchange. Who can tell me the origin of money? Anybody? How did money start? How did money start? Who can tell me? Just type for me if you think you know the origin of money. How did money came about? All right, because what we know as money today as not thank you, Augusta. God bless. I wish I can give you a gift right now, but I'm not giving gift now. I'm just recovering. You people should pity me. It started from barter, which is exchange. All right. Money is about exchange. So means I want something, I look for what I have first. It's important. I look for what I have. Then I now start to look for who wants what I have and also has what I want. All right. So eventually, there's a guy who traded a paper clip for an entire house that is worth probably up to $1 million. He traded a paper clip and got an entire building. Now, if you first heard that, you would not want to believe who would collect a paper clip and give an entire house. The guy traded that paper clip for maybe a pen, then traded that pen for something else and kept trading and trading and trading. And eventually, he got a house. All right. So there is power in exchange of value. But because our world has evolved so much, we now have what we call store of value, which is currencies and money. Unfortunately, most of us are pursuing that first. It is very important to know that you can desire this phone. This is a Samsung phone. And if you do not like Samsung, I think I have an iPhone. So this is an iPhone. This is a Samsung. You can desire to have these two. All right. The person that will have this, either of these or the combination of this phone, first is the person who desire this phone. All right. Is the person who set out to have this phone, who wants this phone, not the person who thinks of wanting 2 million naira, which probably would buy these phones. So if you're trying to make 2 million and you are not thinking about this, all right, this phone, it will be difficult for you to have this phone. So smart people rather pay their attention on this because this is value to you. 2 million naira is useless. 2 million CDs is useless. All right. What is important is what you are going to buy with it. So once you put your focus attention on the things you will do with money rather than money itself, you become magnetic to money. All right. So it becomes an exchange. So every material things or activities that we want to do is asking us what do we have to exchange for that money. They are all asking us what do we have to exchange for that money. So wealth is built on a lot of money comes to those who set their arts, their goal, their desires around what they would do with the money, not just the money. When I teach the law of attraction, I will always say it's okay to imagine an amount of money you want to have, but it is useless if that amount of money is not tied to activities, it's not tied to products or physical materials. All right, you have to tie the two together. So when you tie the two together, it becomes easy for you to attract the money that will buy those things that you really, really want. Okay, so if it's a car you want, if it's a house you want, if it's some bills you want to pay, all those experiences, products, services, materials that you want, excuse me, you focus on those things, then the money required to buy those things become magnetic to you. Then your life start to attract those things. All right. So it is very important that we understand this. So first, I talked about mindset. Number two, I talked about the concept of value exchange. Now, how did I start to make money? After I started to work on my mindset and all of those things, because most times we teach these things and say just work on your mindset. Once your mindset, and you are done. And then all of you start to work on mindset. So some of you have been working on mindset for 15 years. You know, see money. Anybody like that? Give me 222. They have been telling you, believe it, you make it. You have been practicing this, but you never see money. If you fall in that category, it can be so frustrating. All these motivational speakers, they will teach all these things. Macarizo type 444. Why? Yours is double. They can say all these fine things and all of that, but at the end of the day, Many people are still owing rent. Many people are still not able to buy the things they want, and the economy is not even helping in most part of the world. All right, and it's just crazy. But today I'm cutting the soap I don't normally cut. I'm cutting it for all of you to understand. So my life, when it changed that year, started with these two foundations that I told you about. But what brought money to me was not just the mindset of abundance. I believe that I deserve it. Great. Those worked in the spiritual realm or the mental realm, the energy realm. That's where they worked. All right. But what worked in the physical realm are three means of exchange. How many? Three means of exchange. You can break them down to several other sub exchanges, but there are three major means of exchange. The first one is skill exchange. Skill, SKI double L, all right, exchange. The second one is business exchange, all right, is business exchange. The third one is leverage. You can call it leverage exchange. For better understanding, you can call it investment exchange, all right. You have the skill exchange, you have the business exchange, and you have the investment exchange. These are three main vehicles. There are a lot of other sub vehicles under them that can guarantee you the harvest of wealth. All right, you want to make money, you need these three. You need these three. You need to either have a skill that you can sell, you need to have a business that can exchange product and service for money, or you need to put money into things that brings more money back to you. All right. So these three things are the top vehicles that will bring the money to you. So most of you who probably have been doing this mindset thing, you have been positive and you've been doing all of this, but you are not seeing money in your life, is because you are either not playing at the skill level, you're not playing at the business level, or you're not paying at the investment level. Interestingly, they are somewhat in a succession. The skill is the basic, and that is where I want all of you to be at, to start from, rather. And why do I want you to start from there? Because investment can fail. Somebody type for me, investment can fail. I don't even need to convince you. I'm sure almost all of you, almost, almost all of you here have invested in one thing or the other that it crashed. Investment can fail. All right. Business can fail. I've seen investment fail. I've seen businesses fail. What I mean by I mean my business has failed. I've had investment that also failed. All right. So I've had these experiences, and I'm sure quite a number of you have also experienced it in one form of an or another. All right. Somebody failed three investments. Yeah, investment can crash. Uh, God help you if you did not invest in Ponzi. I mean, it can disappear. All right. Your business, a lot of you have tried one business or the other. That business failed. But your skill can never fail. I will keep on emphasizing this. I don't care how close you are to me. The reason you are broke is because you cannot exchange skill for money. Shikena, simple. You cannot exchange skill for money. That is the reason you are broke. That's the reason you're broke. That is the reason you're broke. You can't exchange skill for money. Your skill will never fail. In 2018, I lost my very, very beautiful business, and everything went down to zero. I tried a couple of other businesses. Within a space of 6 months, everything went down to zero. When the last business failed, I thought there was nothing I could do anymore. I felt like a complete failure. That's the truth. But a voice in my head asked me what's in your hand. And in my attempt to answer that voice in my head, I started to look at the skills that I have that I can sell. When you master a skill, ladies and gentlemen, it does not go away from you. It is always going to be there with you. Your businesses can take it away, but they cannot take your skills away. As long as you live, your skill will always be with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you would like to make a lot of money before the end of the year? Give me type money. Type money. So, those of you typing money who would like to make a lot of money, regardless of what level you are right now, I want us to meet at the same level. I want us to meet at the same place. I want us to meet at the same bus stop, at the same junction. And that junction we want to meet. How many skills do you have that can bring you the type of money you want? How many skills do you have that can bring you the type of money that you want? Okay. So for a lot of you, it is not about the money first. For a lot of you, you need to learn a skill or another. Please don't learn one skill, learn combination of skills. You need to learn a couple of skills that will now become the point of exchange for the money you are trying to make. Uh-huh. So Degbe says you have a skill in front end development, but you have not been making money from it. So you need the skill of selling. You have the skill, the technical skill of front end website development, but you do not have the skill of selling, which takes roots in the skill of offer creation. All right. So you need to be able to create offer. You need to be able to close those offer. You need to be able to you need to be able to sell basically. So selling includes offer creation and closing of offer. But offer creation is useless without its foundation, and its foundation is ability to identify the people who can pay for your skills. All right. Manuel is a project manager and a forex trader. Fantastic. Forex trading is a skill. All right. Even though it's kind of a high end skill, because most people who trade forex are really not trading forex. They are trading forests. They are in the forest. A real forest trader is not playing in the market with 1K or 10K dollars. I mean, you're playing with hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, and then we can call you a trader. All right. Ruth is a very good teacher. It means I can present very well. Fantastic. All right. So these are skills that some of you have, but quite a number of you do not have these skills. So the purpose of this presentation is to let you see that the money you want is possible, and the basic way to make that money is to learn some forms of skills that can be exchanged for money. Forget everything else. I know you want to start business. I know you want to invest. I know you want to buy Range Rover. I know you want to get some of those things, but those things will come. All right. The first thing you want to assure or be sure about is to get your is to get your who is this person that is typing along? Sanu Edmond. This is the wrongest place to type this thing you are typing. It's the wrongest place. Don't interrupt me when I'm teaching. You will not like what comes out of my mouth. So I will let this pass. So let's continue class. All right. So I believe the leaders of the city can attend to you and then you'll be fine. All right. So don't come and interrupt me with long message. I can attend to you here. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, back to what we are discussing before that long message came in. All right. So the skill is the basic foundation for creating wealth. Anybody can make money when you have the right skill and you find the right person who need the skills that you have. All right. When you have this combination, you are able to create money. If my house is dirty, you have the skill of cleaning. If you clean the house, I'll pay you some money for cleaning the house. That is a low income skill, yes, but that is one of the basic explanation or basic level of generating income. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why did I talk about skill as the basic form of making money? Number one is because all of you listening to me and joining, if you're going to be watching this later, or those who are joining right now, can make money with skill. There is no exception. All right. That's why it is very important. There is no exception. You all can make money with your skills. Okay. So that's one of the most important part of this. Number two is because it's the one that has the highest level of guarantee. There's the highest level of guarantee when you have the right skill. All right. Number three is because it is very scalable. All right. Of course, there's a limit to it because once you scale your skill to a level that it has to turn to a full blown business. All right. So you can scale your skill easily by learning how to make more money with the skill you have. Did you hear me? You can scale by learning how to make more money with the skill you already have. So sometimes it's about learning a skill. For a lot of you here, you need to learn some skills, and I'm going to show you some of them that you should learn, and of course, why you are invited here. But number two is you need to learn how to make money with the skill that you have. All right. How to make money with the skill that you have. Let me just drop this soap for you. What people pay for and don't argue is a guaranteed transformation. What people pay for that they don't argue is a guaranteed transformation. Let me ask you this question. How many of you believe that if I spend time with you every day for the next 30 days teaching you how to make money, you can make an extra million in the next 3 months? If you believe, type I believe. I mean, if you're sure, you can guarantee that, if Sam Harvard sits with me, teaching me about making money every day, I can make at least a million in the next 3 months. Fantastic. 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 Now, what is happening here? If I ask you to pay me for that 30 days I will spend with you, how many of you will be willing to pay everything you have? Type willing. If you'll be willing to pay me to spend that time with you, teaching you directly how to make money, how many of you will be willing to pay me all you have? Some of you, what you have is 1 naira. You'll be willing to pay that 1 naira. Some of you, what you have is 100,000. Some of you, what you have is 5 million. You'll be willing to pay whatever you have. All right. All right, fantastic. A lot of people are willing and they believe that it can happen. All right. So, what did I just prove to you? I can promise you a transformation, which means you will make a million. I can show you how it's supposed to happen. but you will only be willing to pay me until the moment you believe that I can make it happen for you. If you do not believe yet that I can make it happen for you, if you still doubt in some faculty in your mind, you still have some doubt, it will be difficult for you to give me money. So, whenever you are selling a skill and you have something you are promising, oh, I can help you clean your house, they will pay you the moment they can guarantee or they believe that you can truly make their house clean. All right. If you want to build a website, until you can show them that the kind of website you're going to build for them and the way everything is going to come out is going to solve the basic need for a website in their business, then they'll be willing to pay you. So, what most of us have not been able to fine tune is ability to make people see a guaranteed transformation that our skill can offer them. All right. We have not been able to see that. So the moment we can't get them to see it, it becomes difficult for them to pay us. It becomes difficult for them to pay us in that regard. All right. So it's very important that you are able to fine tune that. And what is the essence of this whole skill thing? By God's grace, all through this year, most likely all through next year, on the next 5 years, one thing you will hear me emphasize is don't learn how to multiply money. Don't start by learning how to multiply money. All right? Start by learning how to make more money. Hey, some of you didn't get me. You might have 100K right now. You will most likely lose that 100K if you're trying to turn it to 1 million. Do you get me? If your first approach is I want to turn this my 100K to 1 million, if that's what you're trying to do, you're looking for things you can do, things you can put money in, businesses you can do, investments you can do. Oh, they say it's forex trading. Let me go and do forex trading. They say it's this. If you keep looking for how to multiply that money, all right, you run at a serious risk of losing it. But if you rather would invest that money into yourself to learn the skill of making more than 100K from somebody who is already making more than 100K, you will grow to 1 million in income faster. Why some people decide to invest their own 100K. So, like I gave this example in Ghana, we have two people, excuse me, they're earning the same amount, say $1,000. They work at the same place, fairly the same income. And one of them took half of his monthly salary every month, learning from somebody who is making $10,000 from any means possible, any business, anything. All right, he has the skill of scale to be able to generate 10 times what you are making. If you pay that person to learn about what they are doing, about what they know that you do not know yet, you may not make $10,000 immediately, but trust me, you will make more than $1,000. How do I mean? Whatever they are teaching you will start to make you some money. Add it to your original salary of $1,000. You are now making probably $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. Your mates who you started together is still flexing $1,000. But you have invested your own $1,000 into someone that is making more than you to learn the things they know. And now you are using that knowledge to generate more money for yourself. By the time you move to $5,000 and you now look for someone else that's probably making 15 to 20 or 50K, and you invest that $5,000 into learning what that person know that you don't still know. Most time what they know is not necessarily something, it could be a mindset that they will teach you. And that mindset will shift every limitation on your income. Because when you're, especially those of you on salary, there's no bigger limitation than what salary does for you. There's no bigger limitation. All right. You want to see your salary as a seed. You want to see your first few money you withdrew from affiliate marketing as a seed. You want to invest it into somebody who is earning more than you to learn exactly what they know that you do not know. Add it to what you know. Your mind expands, your capacity to make money also expands. And that takes you to a level where you can make far more than you're already making. All right. So, this is the biggest skill, and this is the biggest gift I have for all of you listening to me right now. Whatever amount of money you are currently making, turn it into a seed to pay for education, information, access, mentorship, all right, that will teach you how to make more money by someone who is already making more money. Okay, so expanding your ability to earn more is more important than trying to multiply what you have already earned. So don't invest in the money, invest in you. If you try to invest in the money, you run a risk of losing the money. But when you invest in you, your capacity is bigger. Nothing can take it away from you. Nothing can take it away from you. Okay? So this is why our platform is giving you, if you are just joining or someone invited you to join this, is giving you opportunity to learn some kinds of skills. All right. Somebody please help me post the 10 skills that's at on LAP. Somebody help me post it. All right. You can learn skills like copywriting. Thank you. Copywriting, websites, SEO, content creation, social media marketing, search engine marketing. Very great. You can learn sales and closing, like I just mentioned, graphic design, video editing. By the way, photography is going to join that one too. Yay. Presentation skills, WhatsApp and email marketing. I'm so excited about that one too. Some big new things are coming up very soon. All right. Sales funnel building, and of course, coaching. You can learn all these beautiful 10 skills, all right, from our platform. And guess what? All of these things are tied into a university we are going to be launching very soon that is called High Income Skill University. Now, in this university, you would learn all these skills and you will learn how to make money with them. All these skills, I have them and I make money with them. So I can teach you how to make money with these skills. I'm not the only one that's going to teach you. Quite a lot of people are still going to, you're going to meet a lot of people who are doing phenomenally well in most of these skills. And then they're going to be able to, you're going to be able to learn from them as well. So you'll be able to learn all these skills and the four ways which we call the four pillars. Let me see if I have an image of it. We have what we call the four pillars. Yeah, I think it's here. All right. You can look on your screen. The first one is teaching. Each of the skills you can teach and make a lot of money from teaching alone. Selling. Oh my goodness. If you have a business or you intend to start one, you can use those skills to scale that business by using it to make more sales. Number three is promoting, and this is where a lot of you should start from. You can promote other kinds of product that belong to other people and be able to make money from that. And then, of course, you can offer a consultancy service or consulting service, sorry, to small businesses, medium businesses on a specific skill. Because the truth is, this entrepreneur or business owners that you are going to be servicing, they are too busy with other parts of their business that they do not have the time to learn the skill or do some of these things for themselves. So you learning how to do that becomes a plus to you because now you can do it for them and they will pay you good money for these things. All right, presentation skill, my favorites, very, very interesting. So all of this High Income Skill University is going to be launching at $500 in November. In addition to that, we also have what we call the business school. So this business school, excuse me, will teach you 10 different businesses that can be created around these skills. Please listen. Oh, 10 businesses that can be created around these skills. And when you learn any of those business that you want, you are also going to have access to capital. It's not everybody, but you have to prove some form of qualifications and all of that to be able to get that. But there's access to sponsorship, there's access to capital to be able to scale some of these things. So that's the second thing you have access to. You also have access to an affiliate program where you can learn how to promote other people's products. You can learn how to promote the platform itself to get in other affiliates or to get in other students to different parts. So each of all of these components, including our crypto academy, oh, I cannot forget that. The most amazing thing coming our way, beginning from 2023. Yeah, because the bull run is expected to happen somewhere in the middle of next year. And it's going to be a very glorious one because of the amazing things that have been happening all around the world that are laying foundation for some big stuff that are about to hit the financial market. So get ready for all of these things. You have access to each of them at $500 each. It will be costing you about $1,500. So we are launching it in November for only $1,000. But here's the good news. Everything I've said, all the skills I mentioned, the 4 ways to learn, all the business school, everything put together is only $100 right now. So, to the person who invited you, you can register with them and get lifetime access. We still call it lifetime access, and it's scary actually, but this is the best thing you can find. You can get full access to everything for only $100. Either you're in Nigeria or Ghana or any part of the world, there is opportunity for you to join the platform. There's opportunity for you to learn. There's opportunity for you to access all of these things. So flip it back to what I just said. When you learn these skills, you increase your capacity to make more money. When you learn how to make money with the skills, you increase your ability to make more money. And like I said, the basic way to make money is through skill because it's the easiest to start and it can never be taken away from you. So you might start business and fail, your investment might crash, but your skill would always remain with you as long as you live. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've taught you, I've shared my story, I've showed you my secret. That's practically my secret. I always invest in developing my ability to learn more. I always invest in developing my ability to learn how to earn more. So, if you're interested in joining us before the time runs out, I want you to get back to the person that invited you for this meeting. They're going to give you a link that will allow you to register on the platform, and then it will take you to a payment page where you can select different payment options that best suit you. All right, and then you can make your payments and then get access to the platform. So that's all you need to do to be able to join. There are bonuses that are already waiting for you. I didn't want to go into a lot of those bonuses, but there are a lot of bonuses that are already waiting for you. Some of those bonuses are some 6 days training, that coaching program that I'm going to give to you for free. There are some. There's a video on the 3 secrets of success that they don't want you to know. I've talked about some of them at the beginning of this class already. So but you need to go and watch those things. Some of these materials are worth over $1,000. You get access to that. You also get access to my WhatsApp directly so that you can chat with me once in a while. All right. So all of these things packaged together are waiting for you for only a fee of $100. So here's how I'm going to close. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Are you satisfied with your finance right now? Are you satisfied with the type of money you're making right now? Do you have the power and freedom and the money to do everything you currently want to do? If you are not, if you're answering no to any of these questions, then I want you to know that the answer that will change your situation completely is tied, all right, not to your wish or desire, but it's tied to your decision to take a stand and change your life. How will you take that stand and change your life? By acquiring the requisite or required skills and how to make money with it. That is what is going to change your situation for you. It is not just about the mindset talk, it's not just about the theory, it's about the practicality of learning and practicality of working. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have to share with you today on the show. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining. And just in a moment, I'll be back. All right. So, your only way out is to invest in yourself. All right. Your only way out is to invest in yourself. All right. This moment, I don't think I have any more things to say. I'm not even trying to persuade you. I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm not trying to motivate you or anything. I have just shared with you what I know works, and I want you to take advantage of it. Oh, Manuel says you're willing to buy this course, but you only have $20. Okay, what you need to do is to use your $20 to generate $100, and then you can come and pay for the program. Here is the deal: you don't desire a Bentley, which a lot of us like, or Rolls Royce or Range Rover, or any of these beautiful cars, and go to the dealership and tell them that I know your car is 100 million, but please, I only have 500,000 naira or 100,000. Please, can you sell me? No, no, no. You will not even approach them. You go and work hard. When you can raise the money, then you now go and join them. So if you do not have $100, don't feel bad. Challenge yourself. I'm going to work hard to raise this money. I'm going to beg or borrow to raise this money, and then I'm going to be able to join. All right. So that's what I'm going to say to those of you who do not have the $100 right now. It's not a bad thing. Okay. It's not a bad thing. You are the one who needs to tell yourself, do I really want this change? Do I want to learn these things? Do I want to go this direction? Do I think I deserve to have this knowledge or this ability to make money? If you think it's good for you, join. If it's not good for you, thank you. All right. Congratulations to everybody who is taking a stand and getting started today. I want to celebrate you and let you know that this is a decision that you always remember for good. But please note that you are not investing $100 to make $1 million tomorrow. Please, let's be clear. You're investing so that you can develop yourself and have the ability to earn more. All right. So it's all about the skills and every other thing that supports it. Every other thing that supports it. So that's what I want you to place your focus on. So as you get on the platform, you're going to learn, and we're going to show you how to make money by promoting our product as well. And you'll be able to do pretty fine with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pastor Michael Salihu. Yes, you can contact the person that invited you. They'll probably help you to do that. Yeah, for what you said. Please give us a opportunity about the crypto. Yeah. Ah, I'll see what can be done about that. But please, every traffic hacker in the building. Please do not forget the family meeting tomorrow. It's gonna be the best. Some things I will talk about tomorrow that some of you will not be able to sleep for 7 days. Your body will be on fire. So please join us tomorrow 9 p.m. For those who are members. If you're joining today, congratulations. Please make your payment, do your registration, join the Telegram group so that you can be part of the family meeting tomorrow night by 9 p.m. All right, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. You can see I'm still jet lagged. Let me go and rest. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Not all of you. I'll see those of you who are taking advantage of the platform tomorrow. And we're going to have a great event. Thank you.
Gentlemen, please bring off stage my brother, all the way from Accra, Ghana, futurist Kwame Opoku. Come on.
In post-COVID, we have shifted into a new wave of opportunity. And that's the reason why we're here today. In fact,
oh my gosh, it's based up on the beat.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in one of the best cities in Africa. This is the most amazing set of people you can think of. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we? This is Port Harcourt! Yes, this is Port Harcourt! Amazing!
A powerful business code.